Good morning and happy Wednesday. Hopefully some of you guys will be hopping on as I go through this, but just drinking my pre-workout. Yesterday, super busy with packing and getting ready to move. We move a week from yesterday, so kind of insane. So my workout didn't happen, so my workout is happening today. Um, Anyways, I am going through all of your last 12 photos, so I will definitely be giving you guys critique specifically on yours. But I just want to go through a couple rules of thumb, some things that I'm noticing with all of you guys. So just know that I am doing all of this out of love. My what I want for you guys is I want you guys to succeed, and I wish my coach would have kind of fine-tuned and pinpointed my Instagram a little bit more, because mine was absolutely horrible and a disaster. So I do this assignment every time in my new coach mentorship because I really like to show you guys what I would like to see more of, what I think you could do more of, better at. And just know that everybody gets better at social media. As long as you are up for being coachable and being adaptable, your Instagram will get better. It obviously takes time and practice, but the better your Instagram gets, the more followers you're going to get. And as soon as you have at least 1,000 followers, you do have a little bit more engagement with your posts, which is also a really cool thing to work towards. So what I'm seeing right away. So quotes for me in a picture are a big no-go. For me, that is a very lazy thing to throw up, basically just telling everybody I don't have anything to post, so I'm going to go on Pinterest and type in motivation, and I'm going to post a motivational quote. I would much rather see you guys posting a picture of yourselves, taking that quote that you found inspiring and posting it into your post. Obviously, you want to have some kind of a message after that. You don't want to just post a quote, because people can go to Pinterest for that. They can type in that into Pinterest. But I had seen quite a few of you guys are using quotes, and that's one thing that you will never see on my page. You will never see a quote just because I think it's kind of lazy. And I don't like to see quotes in my newsfeed. When I see people's quotes, those are things I just always scroll through. Whereas Facebook, your Facebook like page, on the other hand, you can do quotes because people think it's funny. They might share it, but Instagram is different. Instagram needs to look pretty. It needs to look beautiful. It needs to look cohesive. So if you guys follow me, you know that a lot of my stuff looks the exact same. You can scroll through any part and it all looks like Jamie Innes's feed. So before you see the Jamie Innes on the top, let me try to hide this. I would love for you to see my Instagram and see a picture of mine and be like, oh, that's a Jamie Innes photo, because it should look cohesive. The apps that I use, I'm going to type right in here. These are the only apps that I use, but I edit every photo because it's my business and I want people to take me seriously. I also want my look, my brand to look the same. A lot of you guys have a lot of different tones, different contrast going on, and it's kind of all over the place. So I want you guys to kind of play around with some presets. So for me, I use PicTap Go to start. I go into the picture. I usually use maybe a little auto color. If the picture is really warm tones, I'll cool it down a little bit. But in PicTap Go, you can like move it down a little bit. So it doesn't have to be 100% auto color. It can be 70% or it can be 65%. And it's going to take a while for you guys to figure out what you want your feed to look like. So I'm going to also type in some of my top coaches. So you guys can look at their Instagrams. It's all different. Okay, so Carly Lindor is one of them. She's soon to be my sister-in-law, actually. Next is Short Girl Fitness, which is my sister. Oops, I don't know why that just tagged. Sorry. Okay, another one would be Katie_Roser. I believe it's her Instagram. It might be the opposite. Let me see. She has the best looking Instagram, I would say, for sure. And she's also one of my top coaches. And then obviously, Amy, Happy, Healthy, Humble. So these are people that have some of the biggest accounts aside from just mine, that I'd love for you guys to go look at. Not necessarily follow, maybe choose one to follow, maybe the one that you really relate with the most. But also, I don't want you guys to have your whole newsfeed be coaches, because then you're gonna be a little bit not able to focus on your prospects and who you're actually trying to attract, because you're going to be so distracted by all of these coaches' posts. And it's great to use a coach for motivation as far as what you want your feed to look like. But you also need to know that this is your business and you eventually want it to be your own. So Carly, Sammy, Katie, and Amy and myself, all have completely different looks into our branding, but that's what I want you guys to see is how cohesive we've made them. So as one part of this assignment here, I would love to know what kind of look you're going for now after playing around with Pick Tap Go. Do you want more cooler tones? Do you want warm tones? Do you want bright and bold photos? Another thing I want to recommend that you guys do is you need to be in at least 10 of your 12 last photos. Many of you guys are barely in any of your pictures. Instagram especially, you must be in 10 of your 12 last photos. That is a must. That means you must be organized. That means you must be always thinking about the next photo op. That means you should definitely be investing in a camera tripod, which let me look up the one that I use. It's from Amazon per usual. My life is on Amazon. I'm going to send you guys the actual link. I think it's like $22, but this way, you know, if you don't have a husband that works with you like me, you don't have a great spot to set up. Maybe you live in an apartment and your home is very dark. Obviously, that's not going to be very appealing for photos. You need to have bright pictures. I take almost all my pictures near a window to get that natural lighting. It also makes your pictures look a lot better. And that's just something I noticed from a lot of you guys. Hold on, I'm typing this tripod as we talk. From a lot of you guys is that you just don't have bright photos, and that's something that takes time to figure out. Obviously, the brightest photos are going to be ones that are taken outside, but we obviously can't always go outside for a picture, but that's okay. So it just takes practice. But for me, you know, anytime that I was going out for date night, that was times that I actually put makeup on, believe it or not. And so I would always have to make sure that Steve would take a picture of me so that I could post later, or a picture of us. You know, let your significant other know that this is a part of your job, and the way that they can help you is by helping you take photos. In Team Bite to Finish Family, if you type in Steve Innes into the search, he did a video when I was pregnant, actually, so we both look super young, about why it's important to sign up your spouse and get your significant other signed up, but also ways of how they can help you. Kind of being that Instagram husband, being open to taking pictures of you and your baby, taking pictures of you working, but also that camera tripod is really going to help. And so you can also use the camera timer on your phone to set it up so that not everyone, so another thing I want you guys to know is that I don't want every picture to be the same exact picture, sitting, smile in every picture. Maybe a different outfit over here. Okay, you got to vary your post. You got to vary your body language. Some body shots. No, it doesn't have to be in a sports bra. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying full body, full length. Some in your office, some in your workspace, some at work with your business clothes on, some at home with your baby on the couch. Like, you have to start thinking about different ways to take pictures of you to share your life in a picture. That's how we share our journey. That's how we get ourselves to become relatable to others. It's a lot of work in the beginning, but after a while, then it just becomes clockwork. And, you know, the coaches that I recommended to you guys to follow, or not to follow, excuse me, but to check out, all don't have to even think twice anymore. It takes them 5 minutes to post. You know, they post, they edit, or they take the picture, they edit, make a caption, and they post, and they move on with their day. Because you need to be constantly adding value in your post too. You know, a post that's a really great idea to do is, hey, I've received a lot of new followers lately. So great to have your guys' support. Just wanted to see if, wanted to share five things about me that you may not know. And then you give 5 things or 10 things about you and just say, do we have anything in common? And that's like a really cool way to connect with your audience. Another thing is just giving, you know, tips of how you woke up this morning and got your workout in before work. Many of you guys are doing the miracle morning, which is freaking awesome. I love seeing you guys early in the morning for accountability. But, you know, how did you do that? You didn't just pop out of bed. You have this accountability to talk about. You have this team that's counting on you. You have these big goals for your business. These are all things you need to start talking about. So like I said, after my workout, I will be going through and giving you guys specific advice and feedback from your last 12. If you haven't posted your last 12 photos, please do so. Because if you post them in a week from now, I'm not going to go back and do the assignment. It's like an assignment to do right now. We're moving. And I will get through the people that I get through who have done the assignment. Obviously, this group is moving. We're going. I love it. You guys are killing it. But I'm also not going to wait around for people who haven't yet done an assignment and they're going to catch up on the weekend or whatnot, because that's not what this mentorship is. This mentorship is 30 days, focused work, hard work, a lot of stuff, and I'm rolling with it. So this is like a big part of my mentoring for the month is just this group. So super excited you guys are here. Hopefully those tips help. And we'll also have a little bit of practice with actual editing coming probably in the next day or two as well. So make sure you get those apps downloaded. Facetune is great for if you have really big bags under your eyes. You can kind of smooth them out a little bit. You can whiten your teeth. You can make things a little bit more detailed. But obviously, you don't want to go too overboard where people are like, wow, you're editing your photos. But it just takes practice. So anyways, happy Wednesday, y'all.